No, doesn't say I'm live yet, but if we are, welcome. People, I'm Evan. I'm here with Waleed, pulling up the Discord chat live. Oh, we hit 80 followers.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the Football Absurdity live stream. We're going to be doing a 14-man mock auction today. 14-man is a little different from the 12-mans we've been doing. Good Lord. You can see I just got out of the shower with my hair. I'm not having a good hair day. I'm not liking it.
Okay, so far, I'm loving it. So far, we have 11 out of 14. Let's see. I want 13 out of 14 people here.
I thought we had
I
13.
that are actually present. That are actually present.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I know you have draft video chat. You don't tell me every time. And I figured out last time, how do I do this? I can somehow, if I close the ad, if I thumbs down the ad, and then I give feedback, and I say the ad was too political, they just leave this error message that thank you for your feedback on, and we don't have to give free advertising to people.
Good.
Yeah. All I have to do is lie and complain. Hey, Joey, what's up?
All right.
Joey in this one?
Ooh.
How come Joey's not here? Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, he's first.
He just said, yeah, he's in here. He's numero uno.
So, people, if you don't know what I've been doing, I've been going into empty mocks, all bots, bidding $186 on who? Dwayne Haskins. And then just leaving. I'm trying to see how it affects what Yahoo says. Does it eventually? I've run the numbers, and probably tomorrow I should be able to get it above 1, which makes them show it an average salary. And then I want to see what happens. Like, does that mean the bots will now bid on it, which will create a feedback loop, or what? I also, it's really, really funny if I pull it off. Gator fan is in chat. Hey, Gator. No, he gave me another ad. Thumbs down. Your ad was too.
We hate all the ads, but we do like that in 10 seconds. This draft is going to start. One of the things, was it Joey who's the one who brought it up to nominating wide receiver 2s to get the money out early?
The pioneer for that awesome strategy. Yeah. Okay, so we have 12 people present. No, 11 still. Dang it.
Yeah.
Why do you show up to your draft, people? Yes, DJ Chark. Joey gets probably $10 extra out of the pool.
We'll see for. I'm gonna go on that plan myself, but I'm gonna go with my favorite guy to start nominating first.
Somebody left after what happened? Somebody bid $186 on DJ Chark and then left.
No, they didn't bid 186.
Yep.
What?
Okay.
That's
the good news is, Joey, although there are 4 bots, one of the bots only has $1 max bid. So they're not going to pull that nonsense.
Interesting. He seems very upset.
That was an amazing nomination, Joey. You got $176 more out of the pot than normally. Had we waited for DJ Chark to come up naturally.
That is the optimal return on that plan.
A human just showed up, and the bot didn't spend any of his money. Yesterday we did a not streamed mock, and Brian tagged out. He lagged out for like 5 seconds, during which the bot managed to bid $38 and win Patrick Mahomes. And Brian stuck it out, and Brian was the highest rated team at the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm kind of looking at this. Okay, I knew someone was going to come in on Mr. Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't know. I don't like whoever nominated Peter. Why'd you have to nominate Myles Gaskin early? He's the guy I want cheap. I don't want you to nominate the guys I want.
Price like $10 by August. Yes, thank you, Matt.
It's hard. I don't like doing it on my phone because it won't let me.
Yeah, it won't let you bid $186 on Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. 14. I actually.
It's
I don't
important
know
to
that
note.
I can go 80
It's
for
important to
any
note the
player.
projected salary is for either 10 or 12 team leagues. It doesn't
Yeah.
adjust.
No, and it's going to be more for a 14 man. Like
Yeah.
McCaffrey right now going for $80, and I can't make myself do it. Like I can't pull the trigger on that, even though he is the number one player.
Come on, Rob. You're being a horrible bot. You're not going to go 81?
But I kind of want to try something a little different with my strategy this time, so I'm going to be curious to see if I will actually do it. I want to try to get one of the top running backs, but I think what's going to happen is the same thing that always happens to me, where I'm like, I'm not spending that.
That happened
Yep.
to me on Thursday. I had to wing it and only get one top back. I had to go off
Yeah.
barbecue. It worked great.
I can't go $70 on a player, I think. Which is what I shouldn't be telling to a room of people who are watching me draft, because now they know 69, and I'll be like, can't do it.
One thing I've noticed about barbecue this year is if all of the running backs go for high, so you only get one, you'll know
Early nomination.
You'll know to pivot off of barbecue early, and you'll be sitting on a fat stack of cash with which to make a team.
Yeah.
So even when it goes wrong, it's very right.
Yeah. Joey's with me, and
oh no, I don't. I want to save the small talk for when there's a guy I want. I know you want. That's when I want to have small talk. You remember?
See, I have a lot of guys I like though.
Remember last week when somebody wandered into the Discord and asked an extremely complicated auction question, and it caused all of us to miss Josh Allen? They went for $2.
Yeah. That they needed was it the one that they needed the answer to right away, and their draft was in 3 weeks?
Just gonna keep giving Google bad data.
I'm fine with that.
You want Alvin Kamara
for 66? That's a good price in a 12-man, I think.
14 man, any price is a good price.
Yeah,
I've done enough 14 team auctions to know that there's no scale.
I was wondering why Joey wasn't coming after me on that, and I realized he has Dalvin Cook. No, my big thing is I want to get one of my elite running backs. The guys that I love, like my top three are Cook, Kamara, and CMC. Like those are the guys in my top tier.
Oh yeah. Joey, yeah, I need to answer ACP. I drafted on Labor Day. Yeah, we had somebody did that in our Discord, and we were chuckling.
Okay, Zach, why are you out on Kamara this year?
Zach, aren't you out on all running backs at all times?
Oh, that's true. That's true. You're out on any running back. I forgot about that. But why specifically Kamara? I don't know. This is no. I mean.
So what's guy? What's Rob Robot's angle here? Why is it not bidding? What happened to
Matt?
He
was bidding.
Matt, come back in. Well, why isn't he winning?
I don't know why he's not winning. I think he's in there because he's got the yellow swirly thing next to his name.
We got the auto draft thing next to his name. Matt L needs to come back in the room, though. I don't like this where as soon as a bot runs out of money, another person becomes a bot. That's the assimilation needs to slow down.
Yeah. Getting right away. Okay, so
there's Rob. There's your robot nature.
He's been doing that. We just bid him out. Yeah, you did. I want to know why you don't like Kamara.
I like the fun. We're reading something and then communicating it orally. That's weird to me. It's good. Yeah. It's just like a futuristic world we live in. Where I'm like, they're communicating to me one way and I'm communicating another way. It's interesting. Matt L, you leave and immediately bid $5 million on Saquon Barkley. Well, at least you're not gonna be like that hoarder bot from last time.
I don't got a problem with that. I love Saquon. I just saw a picture of his calves that are terrifying. Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
Like his calves have calves. I mean, weren't like 7 of those rushing touchdowns in one game? talking about Kamara. Kamara's never been a touchdown guy. Kamara just gets. I don't know. He's reliable. He's always been good.
With Jameis Winston, Kamara's touchdowns are going to double. What that dude does is score and throw interceptions.
I like Alvin Kamara because he is the running back to watch. As simple as that. I understand the math behind it, but when you have a guy that's exciting on an offense that should be that good still, I'm just going to trust that everything's going to work out until it doesn't. Kamara has never steered me wrong.
So while we're on the Saints, let me ask you a question. And for the chat, Michael Thomas is going for an average. Oops, I want a bid here. Michael Thomas is going for an average of $23. The day that Jameis Winston gets announced as the starter, what's his price going to go up to?
He's going to go up in that Calvin. He's going to go up at least $10. He'll be in that Calvin Ridley range, maybe a little bit higher. But I mean, yeah, right now Michael Thomas is just grand theft larceny. He is such a steal right now. He's so undervalued, and it makes no sense, especially because Jeff Crisco, our partner at Football Absurdity, brought up the stat that when Thomas played with Taysom Hill, he still had good production in the games he played. It's not like Taysom Hill hurt his value. Like you can definitely make the argument that Taysom Hill hurts Kamara's value, but Michael Thomas didn't really look bad. The problem was he just wasn't healthy. But when he did play, he did well with Hill.
It's $64 for Michael for JT. How do I feel about that? I don't want to leave at 65. But I also wanted to get in there before we get to the bottom of this tier and starts getting vicious.
Where are you at? You got your Jonathan Taylor.
We have 64.
You always seem to have him. That's a little bit more expensive, right?
Yeah.
That's 14 man. These guys are worth.
I got a little itchy because we only have Elliott, Chubb, Jones, and Eckler in this tier, and I'm scared people are just going to start getting the bidding wars.
Let's see. I'm only looking at receivers right now, so that's my next bid.
Joey, everyone is more expensive because we're in a 14-teamer.
Yeah, that's exactly the difference. The top-end guys are going to be a lot more expensive because there's a much bigger scarcity for the top-end running backs.
Yeah, so, and when you think about it, there's 18% more. What's 112? 16.66. There's almost 17% more money in the pool.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got it. Ding, ding, ding. All right. I'm doing the Joey strategy. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Now, I just have to watch to see what humans bid. A bot will always win this, but I want to see what humans bid. The bot just ruined it. Thanks. Unless a human wants to bid 35 for Mike Evans.
I don't know why anyone would want to bid that for Mike Evans. I don't know. It's so weird how the shine has fallen off of Mike Evans. Like, because he's still a really good receiver. It just feels like nothing really happens with that.
And this year, Tom Brady won't be playing with the torn MCL the whole year.
That's insane to me.
Yeah. And now I got to have people be like, oh, Tom Brady's the best. I'm like, I know he's the best, but I hate him. Shut up.
Yeah, you can acknowledge it. You can't deny his greatness. You just have to deny that he's likable.
I don't seem to be getting any ads.
All right.
I don't know. Because I marked enough of them offensive or political.
I think everyone I've always nominated this guy as my second pick, and sure enough, it gets a lot of money out of the pool. Nick Chubb, I will say what I say every podcast. Why would I spend $57 on Nick Chubb when I can get Kareem Hunt for half that in the same?
Are the bots done being bots now? Team 11 Team 11 and Rob still need to come on in for 61 for Nick Chubb, Rob, and Team 11.
Yeah, whatever. As long as one of these guys gets them for most of their money, we're fine.
Oh, Fatty got him.
Fatty got him.
Fatty disagrees with Waleed.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the numbers with that. Yeah, Chubb gets more looks than Hunt, but Hunt gets. I'm not sure. I'm not sure Chubb's going to be a top 5 running back.
Oh, that wacky thought. Wasn't it last week where Melvin Gordon?
If we're talking about Chubb, I don't think he'll be a top 5. I think Chubb can be a top 10. But I think Kareem Hunt will be like a top 15. So I'd rather save that money.
Daddy likes the strength of schedule Browns against the run. Yeah, I guess he has that David Montgomery schedule.
I mean, I think we're kind of underselling just how talented Kareem Hunt is. He's one, like, if he didn't, like...
Yes, thank you, Rob.
What is this?
Money, nothing.
But I wanted Aaron Jones for later.
I did too, but I also want the bots to go away.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is a guy who, for the 3rd year in a row, is criminally undervalued. Although, not as badly this year. I don't know that Nick Chubb is that much more talented than Kareem Hunt, if I'm being perfectly honest. Kareem Hunt was a stud. A lot of his fall from grace was because of, like, a lot of shine came off of him because he left Kansas City because he's also an idiot.
What's this? Hold on a second. I'm going to have some fun thing to talk about here. When was this?
Oh. What are we talking about here?
So I've been paying $186 for Dwayne Haskins and then leaving, and so the computer has to somehow piece together. No, they didn't. Okay. The computer somehow has to piece together a team with $1 players and then grade it, and the grades are not good, yo. Like, the lowest has been 11. The highest has been 31 out of 100. But I just got a 63, and I was like, whoa, did it actually...
I cannot give you... Chubb is not a top 3 talent running back wise, only because Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and Saquon Barkley all exist. You will not convince me that Chubb's a tier below those guys. I watched every football game, so I've seen Chubb. He's definitely good, but he's not in that elite tier.
All right, looks like all the bots are all but tapped out.
All the bots are broke.
These high-end guys.
Chubb, I mean, I'm trying to think. And it feels like I'm underselling Chubb because I don't disagree with you on his talent. He's just not. He's not that elite talent of Saquon, Kamara, CMC as far.
Sure.
But I kind of think you guys are underselling Kareem Hunt too. I'll make a point of watching a little bit more of Chubb with a better eye because maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll acknowledge that because while I watch every game, I don't think I watch Cleveland games that closely. For
have to be talented.
good reason. I
don't really get the talent argument.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be talented because he's got the best offensive line in football. So I don't care if he's.
Well, I think we're arguing the Chubb versus Hunt. I'm just saying, like, and I don't even think it's a question of talent. It's a question of like likely production. Hunt is gonna like take a lot of those looks. He's gonna also produce really well, and for the value, you're getting more bang for your buck with Kareem Hunt than you are Nick Chubb, regardless of talents.
23 for Mahomes is pretty good.
23 for Mahomes is a really good price.
That's what happens when it's just humans. These wide receivers don't go, yes, Rob, thank you.
Allen Robinson, good Lord. Well, I'm not going to criticize Allen Robinson. Team Joshua. Let's see what Team Joshua's first buy was. Austin Eckler. Considering the price other running backs went for, Austin Eckler for $56 is not a bad price at all.
Especially considering he's the bottom of my tier. So I was
Yeah,
really bidding him up. I would have paid. I bid him. I was bidding because I wanted to get the last guy in my tier.
yeah,
54 is escaping. Is escaping.
yeah. No, that's a good price.
Yeah. In 14 team, it's also like everything's weird at the high end. Nothing's a good price, and nobody cares. Like it's a madhouse.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, and really, you have to be more disciplined in a 14 man than you are going to be in like you have some margin for error in a 12 man auction. 14 man, if you don't have money in that middle portion, you're going to miss out on a lot. And those middle guys are going to be more expensive, so you have to figure out. You have to be very discerning in who you're going to try to select. Let's see. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
All right, this got interesting. I have Devontae Adams for 40. I'm officially off of barbecue.
Well, you're off of this year's barbecue.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I'm just pivoting to 2020 barbecue. Good point. And
Which might be necessary in a 14 man because of the scarcity of running backs.
I was saying it the other day on the stream. Barbecue is not like the only strategy, and if you don't do it, you'll lose. Barbecue is based on when I'm doing these and I get really drunk, I want a strategy that I can just follow, and every time I end up with a great team. There's better strategies. I'll probably have a better team this time, but barbecue's created just because I'm like, I felt like my big money league draft was so different than all of my mocks. I wanted to sit down and be like, okay, what is consistent, and how can I build around that?
Tyler, are you a Bears fan? You're coming at me hard for David Montgomery.
He's a fan of quality end of season running games.
You know what? I love Montgomery too. I
can tell you, Fatty is a Bears fan. Oh, Waleed's sticking here.
Good for him. I knew I liked him.
Thanks, Zach.
Also, I'm sorry because that's had to hurt. See, I like Montgomery, but there are still running backs I like more.
There's plenty of good running backs still on the board. Zach and Peter and the freight. All their money.
That's partially true, Joey, but there are instances where Vegas will put in a bet. For those who aren't like reading the chat, he's talking about how Vegas sets their line. It's going to be 50-50 down the middle so that you're collecting 10% of the vig on the bet. The problem is they don't always do that. Sometimes they will almost bet on themselves with their inside knowledge. Cam Akers, I'm not as high on Akers as the rest of you guys. I'll be honest.
I'm mid-30s on him.
See, my big thing is I feel like Henderson's going to still get looks from him, and I don't know that Akers. I think it's going to be a hot hand situation, which makes me a little bit tentative.
I think that offense is going to be the top scoring offense in the NFL, and every single person will be.
You know what? I don't think you're wrong, and actually, when I think of it that way, Akers is like having the number one running back on the top offense in football is always a good bet for fantasy football.
Although, based on your whole Cleveland thing, why not then just get Henderson?
That's pretty much exactly. Yeah. Henderson's the guy I have been targeting. I like the RB2 on high scoring offenses.
I think I'm going to open my auction values chart and put Henderson on there for $1.
Well, he wasn't already?
No, I start real thin. Like I only have 38 running backs listed, and then I kind of build it out.
See, you say that, but Henderson and Akers last year were both splitting carries. They've always been a hot hand kind of situation. So I don't know that it's guaranteed. I mean, Henderson, they invested good draft capital in Henderson too. Akers is just 1 year newer. People seem to forget that.
50 for Akers is nuts, though. Who did that? Peter. Oh, Peter had a trigger finger, I bet.
Yeah.
A itch there.
I do mean rookie Akers with a broken rib.
Now the freight. The freight can be bid up here. Do it. There we go. The freight needs to bid. If you're bidding 41, you can bid 44. The freight. You have $200 left. There it is.
He might be one of those guys. There's always that guy in the auction who's going to leave with $87 because he has a bottom line on what he's willing to spend.
Oh God.
Now, I was telling you that yesterday. I was in an auction and I realized there was me and another guy with money left, but there were players I liked. And unfortunately, it was a lot of bots. And all I did is I bid $1 more on something he nominated just so he'd put that extra dollar in. Didn't want the player, and then I could just outbid him on everything the rest of the way.
Why did you do an auction with bots? Why didn't you just round up the Discord? Oh well.
Like people, and then it wasn't, and I was already in there. I like doing it with non-Discord people too sometimes, just because.
You skipped there. Would you repeat that? Because I'm sure it was insightful.
Oh no! All I said is I like to do auctions with people like outside of the Discord group because you guys are all hardcore fantasy football people. I want regular people, and if I see a room half full, I'm gonna jump in on it and see what happens. But the thing is, half those people will leave sometimes. Yeah, like there's a little bit of a hive mind mentality that is inevitable when we all talk about players, or we like hell. I personally feel responsible for Darnell Mooney getting the hype he is. I've been talking about it since last year.
Yeah.
In order to get good data, you have to get away from the hardcore guys. That way, the hardcore guys are good for like when you play in a normal auction mock. It becomes a lot easier because I don't have to deal with Zach or Joey or Evan or guys who spend their time studying this shit like the nerds that you are. Nerds!
How's a bot still have money? 3 bots have money. Oh, now
hey, the freight got his guy. He got Antonio Gibson.
Good.
All right. And Zach is going to always have. I'm not even worried about Zach. He's going to have $200 until halfway through this draft. Yeah, you work on nerd shit every day, Joey.
Yeah, Joey, your job though is auction, like literally car auction. So you're probably more experienced than anybody here at it. Joey was showing me some tools he uses that blew my mind. Where I'm like, God, you are way deeper in the world of auction than even me. It's cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm working with Beer to get some more tools out there. I'll tell you, Kevin. He likes to spell Kevin now.
Yeah. I mean, he should. It's his name. I've never understood that entire like online moniker thing. Anyone who's ever talked to me online, like throughout my life, I don't have a problem telling you who I am. Like I'm not. I never understood the weird mystery of the internet. Like we're all people. Hell, I met my wife online, right? Did I tell you that?
No,
did you know this, Evan, or no?
How'd you meet your wife?
Book form, Wheel of Time. We met online like 20. Oh, yeah, about 20 years ago online. I want you to think about that for a second, too. Imagine telling your friends that you met a girl online 20 years ago.
On a sci-fi book forum.
Yeah. No, they were just... it wasn't even that. Anytime you talked about meeting people online, they assumed you were going to end up dead on Dateline with her wearing your skin.
Yeah. It's still my in-laws are like, you just hang out with those people you know online, and I'm like, dude.
My parents the entire time, and I'm like, look, they're like, how do you know they're telling you the truth? It's not like seeing someone in front of you lets you know whether they're full of shit or not. You know how I know someone's lying? Inconsistencies on things they say. Also, my wife is incredibly honest. If she was like trying to hoodwink me, she did a horrible job.
Also, yeah. You can kind of also just tell. Like
I know when I'm being lied to.
If someone's like posts all the time, if someone's name is like I hate landlords and posts all the time about how landlords and capitalism is evil, that person's probably weird. You know?
Yeah.
But if someone because why don't you do that in real life? But if someone's like, I just post this hyperbolos Hitler and you have extremely detailed 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction reviews. And you're like, okay, you're probably cool because you use the internet to escape, so you don't use real life.
Yeah, exactly. Jacobs is a bargain, but you didn't get him. So how much of a bargain was he really?
Ooh, the Najee sweepstakes is going on.
I do like Jacobs and Connor for their price this year. I think Gator fans asking, what are our thoughts on Jacobs and Connor? Josh Jacobs and James Conner both are guys who are probably going to be lead backs on their team that you're going to get for a quarter of the price. And they're on offenses that have the potential to explode. I think Ruggs is going to probably have a better year this year than he did as his rookie. There's talent on Oakland's offense, and Arizona's offense is very talented. Their biggest problem to me is Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know what he's doing sometimes. I worry that he's going to hurt the team more than help it. Much rather have Drake than Jacobs. I don't know that I would. I've never liked Kenyon Drake. I don't think that Kenyon Drake should do anything. People look at a 4-game stretch he had in Arizona 2 years ago and think he's much better than he is. Kenyon Drake is just a guy.
Do you think in Kenya there's a guy whose name is like American Jones?
I mean, I'm sure there's a guy named American Jones in America. I don't think we have to go that far.
Right, but I was just thinking because in America there's a guy named Kenyon. So I was just extrapolating.
Yeah.
What's going on? Najee Harris went for 42.
Which makes sense with the people who are in this.
Yeah. This is dumb for AJ Brown.
Me being about to fall off of Zeke, I don't think that was me. I've never had a problem with Zeke. I don't look at that stuff as closely.
It's me.
With you?
I was looking for more. I think I was misinterpreted. I was talking about career workload, and people thought I was talking about last season. Yeah, I just don't. If Zeke does great, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just he has a little bit more risk in my mind, and so give me the guy without risk because it's auction. I just want guys I love, so I don't love Zeke.
I like Zeke a lot, honestly, and I think he was fine up until Dak went down. And my biggest problem is Mike McCarthy.
Zach,
that makes me hesitant. Huh?
I think Zach's referring to Mike Valverde. Mike Valverde was the industry low on Zeke, and Mike Valverde said he would grow a mullet, shave his hair into a mullet, if Zeke finished top
8. Was he saying that last year?
Yeah.
Well, Mike knows his shit, and that's
Mike will have these really, really wild takes that once every 2 times it turns out to be right. We're like,
I kind of regret that.
Kittle?
George Kittle for 20.
Yeah. Is that also Tyler?
I don't know.
Mahomes for 23 and Kittle for 20. He's out of money, but he's going to have the best. Well, he's got David Montgomery and Joe Mixon. Never mind.
But you know what? His starting lineup isn't that bad.
I don't want Mixon, but yeah.
I think Mixon's actually kind of underrated this year.
He went for 40.
Get it? But Mixon was hurt last year, and he is a guy. He's a lead back in an offense that's has a very good chance of blowing up.
Yes.
All right.
Keenan Allen.
Where am I on price here? Oh, good. I'm pretty excited here. This worked out better than I thought. Usually, I like to be in the top 3 or 4 money about this point of a draft, and I don't usually get that top end running back, but I still have him, and I'll still probably be able to get a second guy that I like. So I think maybe I have to veer more towards getting that high end top 5 guy and not stressing so much that extra $15 I spent. I like to have $100 for my first 2 players. That's kind of how I tend to budget it in my head, and I don't like going over that. But I don't know that the extra $15, I seem to end up with extra money. So I think I'm approaching this from a flawed point of view.
Gator fan, Tyler Lockett, if he goes for 6, I'll grab him. That's a bot. This is a bot number, though. Tyler Lockett usually goes for I got all my mocks out here. Usually goes for mid-teens, and that's where I don't like him. Give him to me for under 10. Now with Claypool, Pittsburgh has 3 wide receiver 2s.
Yep.
3 guys to finish. So give me the one that
Deontay
falls.
Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Chase Claypool all have the potential to be the guy on that offense in any given week.
Give me the guy that falls for $6, and I'll take him.
Yeah. But of those 3 receivers, I like Chase Claypool the most because just his athleticism is unbelievable.
I don't have to pay attention to that because I just get whoever goes for $6. I let the market dictate what I want. Whoa! Peter.
I do pay attention to that stuff. All right.
I didn't watch a lot of Pittsburgh tape yesterday.
Yeah, I think I need to start nominating good receivers just so Zach will spend money. I think that's my strategy against him.
Yeah, I did the rare bit of price enforcement there.
I mean, DK Metcalf under $30 isn't price enforcement. If you get him for under $30, that's a steal.
That's true. I don't have much money left, though. I spent $104. 40 was on a wide receiver.
I'm very curious to see because Zach is trying to do he's a very I personally just can't get behind. I understand the logic, but I'm really curious to see how it plays out for him and his teams. I would love to see him go in depth on what he ends up doing. Damn it, CeeDee Lamb going way too early here.
Yeah.
No way I'm getting him under 20.
Yeah, the more auction strategies we work out now, the more we can get people winning their auction leagues in a way they feel comfortable with in August. Because a lot of times when I show people barbecue and they're like, that is way too rigid. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point, but it's okay if you don't like it. We got other stuff we can do.
This is so hard for me. I don't want to lose. You can have him. You can have him, Joey, you son of a bitch.
The freight got him now.
Some value. I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. And that's why I wasn't spending. But it doesn't matter because he's going for 40.
Oh, yeah. Let's just... Oh, did I just jump in and no one ends? Okay. Well, so I don't jump in. Okay, never mind.
I will take him for 40. I think DeAndre Swift is going to end up being a top 5 running back this year. I really do.
Patrick, Zach wrote an article. Is that up yet? Your article for the lateral, Zach? Zach wrote about DeAndre Swift. I've seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, he wrote that DeAndre Swift was going to win you leagues because of statistics he found about pass catching running backs.
Buy it.
Is that article up, Zach? If it is, I'll link it.
Yeah. Look, I'm a guy who goes with my heart. I believe of the top 6 guys that everyone's into. Here's my basic rule of thumb when it comes to looking at running backs. You have Saquon Barkley, you have Saquon, CMC, Cook, Henry, Kamara, Jason Taylor, or Jonathan Taylor. Who's Jason Taylor? Oh, Jason Taylor's another football. I knew it was a football guy. I just said half of those guys are not going to be RB1s. Half of those guys probably won't even be RB2s. Something always happens to running backs. There's always going to be injuries or some kind of attrition. Those guys, there's guys that come from that second round that always end up in the top 5. DeAndre Swift is my guy this year who's going to do that. As simple as that. I did consider letting you get him for DeAndre Swift for $39 just because I thought it'd be funny. I knew you were price enforcing and try to teach a lesson that you shouldn't price enforce. But at the same time, I think DeAndre Swift is worth $40. I think he will be a top 5. I don't think he's the best chance. When I say I think he'll be, I wrong is another thing. Let's see. Oh, damn it. I was just especially when it makes you can get him for 23. That's not a bad RB2 for you.
All right.
Especially considering what's left.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm gonna need like 2 or 3 mid-20s RBs.
Yeah, because there's a couple of running backs that'll go, but they're going to be too expensive for you. Who went? Team 11. Okay.
Jackie, it's a volume.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a volume. I want more RBs. So give me one for first round money. Give me one for second round money. Give me one for another one for second round money. I want volume because I don't know.
Yeah, well, truth be told, I don't know if you watch how I auction. I tend to get like 3 or 4 RB2s. That's kind of like that's my target. I don't ever get the top running back. This is the first auction that I've done that I've gotten a top 5 running back. I tend to have like Myles Gaskin, DeAndre Swift, CEH, Chris Carson. I tend to have 4 of those guys on my team. There's no such thing as too many running backs, especially when you can get guys who are going to get touches. You just have to hope that a couple of them hit, and then you're in a good position. You can get wide receivers on the waiver wire.
Yeah, what's Jeff always say? The correct amount of RBs to have on your team is one more than whatever you currently have.
You cut out there. What'd you say?
Jeff always says the correct number of running backs to have on your team is one more than whatever you currently have.
100% agree with that. Is McLaurin going to go for $22? I mean, I don't disagree with that price, like where budgets are right now, but that's kind of cheap. Whew.
Exciting. Okay, good. I'm glad that they can have something nice.
So, Zach, you're not a Terry McLaurin fan? I felt like he'd be a guy that'd be right on your radar. He's got so much potential. He's got the best quarterback he's ever had. All right. I want to start looking at some of these teams now. I'm kind of curious. I want to look at the auto draft teams. Look at this.
Which one are you looking at?
You just didn't like him at that price? Because I didn't see you really make a hard push for him. I'm going to point out here, and I probably shouldn't say this while the bid is going up for Kenny Galladay, because someone nominated him early, so I know he's ready to get a price out for what I'm probably going to pay. But he's exactly the kind of receiver I love making a move on, because he's coming off of injury the year after a top 5 year.
The top 5 year, well, never mind. Daddy dies.
Yeah, that's my big concern. I kind of feel like Galladay should be quarterback proof, but he might not be. Yeah. Like he's a great investment for not a lot of money. And did I get him? Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll take my wide receiver one.
Nice tidy little price.
Yeah, and I thought you were price enforcing there, but I don't know how much you like Galladay.
I was pricing. I was bidding. I wanted him for $9, but I'm down to I'm down to $73. I can't be overspending on wide receivers, knowing that they're
I kind of figured you were like, he was one of those where it's like, if I get him for this price, that's a good deal. Yeah. If I don't, that's fine too. Yeah, if you weren't price enforcing, I think I would have gotten him for like 3 or 4, honestly, which would have been insane to me.
I think a couple other people were bidding.
No, it was just you and me.
Huh.
Ooh, Dobbins. Interesting.
We're getting right up to the end of the tier here.
Yeah, we are. Oh, Joshua's still got some money too. Oh, I already know what his next guy. We'll see. Man, I got Darren Waller in the 4th round of that snake draft. I got an A+ on.
How many teams?
Was it 12 man? Or maybe, yeah, it was a 12 man. I was amazed at how cheap he was. Yeah. No, let me see if I can pull up that draft. Just my first snake draft, it was basically what did I do? I got Saquon into 1st, DeAndre Swift into 2nd, CEH into 3rd, Darren Waller into 4th. That's a awesome core. If
Teams?
I got that
I know
anywhere.
I just asked this, but how many teams?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, they were making bad choices in that draft all around. My wide receivers ended up a little weak, but I don't really care because getting Darren Waller is such a huge positional advantage. What are we doing here? Oh, I can dig that. And y'all are going to hate me if I end up nominating this next guy just because he should have been nominated a while ago. We're at the part of the draft where I start nominating quarterbacks, too. Just to get some money spent. I will say, the main reason I prefer Superflex is because I will punt quarterback. There is always a quarterback on the waiver wire in the first 2 or 3 weeks who will end a year as a top 10 quarterback. So why should I invest that much? Like, if I can get my top guy, I'll get him. If I don't, whatever. Superflex makes me have to care about quarterbacks.
Superflex is best. That's why our expert sleep does it. With
I really hope that becomes a thing. I would love to see us do a tight end premium thing this year, too. Just to really try balancing out, make it a little bit more challenging.
I'm open to suggestions.
No, as I'm saying, like, just what was the guy who said like 2 points per reception for tight ends makes a huge difference on their value, I think. Oh, I saw Zach. Yeah, I could see that with Terry McLaurin. I can't believe I got Kenny Galladay cheaper than DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore a lot, but man, you know what? I think I have my personal love for Galladay too is also biased by the fact that I had him scouted out his rookie year. I mean, you guys probably remember me like hyping him up in any kind of chat forum when I was watching all the preseason games. So the fact that I had him and then I was absolutely right about him just makes me love him more. I still look at that rookie dynasty draft, and I get mad that I traded out of the number 1 pick. Because if I had kept that number 1 pick, I would have drafted CMC first, would have gotten Kamara in the 2nd round, and then Kenny Galladay in the 3rd.
I don't like Galladay or Moore. I think they're going to probably have decent fantasy. I don't like him for my team. I think they're going to have decent fantasy seasons, but I don't want to watch Danny Dimes miss Galladay all the time. I don't want to watch Darnold miss a wide open DJ Moore. This is a hobby. I'm sure they'll have great fantasy seasons, but I just don't want that as my hobby, is watching these horrible quarterbacks miss wide open guys.
So, Zach, with your strategy, I feel like Calvin Ridley right here for $28 should be a no-brainer. Did you walk away, or what's going on here?
He's back in.
There we go. I was very curious. Sorry for you guys who were bidding on him, but I was really trying to figure out what the hell was going on here. Also, truth be told, I'm trying to get money out of this pot because I still want to get my guys. And actually, I love Ridley. I just don't like him for his price.
This is fun to watch.
Yeah. This sucks, though, too. I was hoping that Zach would spend more money so I could get my receiver, but now he's going to get my receiver. We all know who my receiver is.
Kenny Galladay.
That's fine. Did I get my tight end? I didn't. Did I? No. Who got Waller? Joey. Okay. Yep. Joey guessed it. Michael Thomas still available. Still completely undervalued. I feel like there's no way Michael Thomas goes for under 30 in here.
I will take Lamar Jackson for $10.
Lamar Jackson's being undervalued this year. He's the guy I think is going to have a bounce back year. And I get that he's not going to duplicate 2 years ago. It's almost impossible that he does.
He got 1,000 yards rushing last year. Take that.
Whew. Do I want to spend all my money on CEH?
Yes.
I kind of do.
You all do.
Let's see. I kind of want to see what running backs are still left. Oh, good Lord. I kind of do.
Yeah, Joey, in real life, I'll probably be spending $5 on 2 high upside quarterbacks. Like Jalen Hurts usually goes for like 3, and then Matt Stafford for 2, or Tom Brady for 2. I hate that guy, but I'll grab him. Joe Burrow. Get 2 high upside guys for 5 total. It's probably how I'll end up eventually settling on it, but I'm just playing around now.
Yeah. No, I actually, I'm a 2 quarterback upside guy too. That's always my move. Joshua coming in
I got
hard.
Josh Allen last year, and then Lamar Jackson the year before, so I'm not going to mess with it.
Yeah.
All right, so Michael Thomas went to Zach. Oh, that's right. Waleed called that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a strategy. Yeah, but the argument can be right. Ridley and Thomas aren't that far apart, honestly. Oh my God, Fatty's starting lineup just looks disgusting. He doesn't have any money left, but for Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Nick Chubb, and CEH, I don't have a problem with that. Let's see. I kind of want to go through some of these teams here. So Joey BK's got A.J. Brown, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Darren Waller. That's a solid core. I have Kenny Galladay, DeAndre Swift, and Alvin Kamara. Very happy with that core. Peter has Chris Godwin, Cam Akers, Najee Harris, and J.K. Dobbins. That's exactly the kind of running back core I'm looking for when I talk about those RB2s. Like, I don't get the top end guy, but having 3 guys like that is exactly the kind of strategy I love to take, because one of those guys has a good chance of being an RB1, probably 2 of them, and you're getting them at a better price. Zach's got Metcalf, DJ Moore, Travis Etienne, and Michael Thomas. I mean, there's no denying the wide receivers. I'm not a big fan of Travis Etienne, at least not this year.
I think he's okay for 0 RB.
No, for the 0 RB strategy, he's very good. He's also going to be a PPR guy, which is what you have to do in that kind of strategy. Rob, our auto drafter, got Devontae Parker, Odell Beckham Jr., Miles Sanders, Ezekiel Elliott, and Aaron Jones. That's an amazing draft 2 years ago. The Freight's got Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Josh Jacobs. He got at a really good price. Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson. Solid core, honestly. Tyler had the interesting thing where we're talking about his running backs being pretty weak here. He's got Mahomes, though, Allen Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins. He's got David Montgomery, Joe Mixon, George Kittle, Leonard Fournette. Oh, it's my turn to nominate. My bad.
He's had both the steals of the draft with Kittle and Mahomes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would much rather have Kyler Murray for 8 than Lamar Jackson for 10.
I don't know that I would. I like Lamar Jackson a little bit more this year. Chris has Christian McCaffrey and Travis Kelce. He's got the two best players at their position, but he does not have a lot of money to play with. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he handles the middle half of this draft. Matt L. auto drafted. It's got yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I messed up in not getting Kittle when he was like going for 20. Up. I kind of just didn't think. I thought that someone would keep bidding, and then no one did, and then I missed.
And what happens in real life auctions go in person too? A lot. People get distracted talking.
Yeah. So Matt L, one of our auto draft guys, has Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Saquon Barkley, and Melvin Gordon, and he has no money left. Josh has Damian Harris, Russell Wilson, Austin Eckler, but he's got a lot of money to play with, so it's going to be interesting to see how he fills out his roster. Team 11, Julio Jones, Stephon Diggs, Myles Gaskin, Derrick Henry, Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel. Not a bad core, honestly, but he doesn't have any money left to play with, so he's pretty much just going dollar players the rest of the way. Gavin spent all his money on DJ Chark. I forgot about that. $186.
I forgot about that.
So good for you. I wish if he'd been paying attention, he could have did it with Dwayne Haskins, and we would have really appreciated his help.
Yeah.
Fatty McFats has my favorite core, I think, with Ridley, Jefferson, Nick Chubb, and CEH. Like, as much as I'm dogging on Nick Chubb's price, I don't deny his talent. And that's an amazing core at running back and wide receiver. Evans got Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Kareem Hunt, and Jonathan Taylor. Strong core.
And now Mike Davis.
Yeah. And now Mike Davis. Wait. Oh, I didn't see Mike Davis go, but I'm not allowed to bid on Mike Davis just because I've talked too much shit about him over the last 3 years. So, I don't know. I think Fatty McFats is probably my favorite core so far.
Gavin, the bot, does not have any running backs yet.
He doesn't have any money.
He's showing you up.
You don't need running backs.
Oh, right. Duh,
have DJ Chark. All right.
I forgot about that. DJ Chark is everything.
Yeah. Why would you need running backs when DJ Chark is heading up here? Do you understand? He's got Urban Meyer. He's got. Did I get him, or did I freeze and I'm going to lose Hawkinson and I'm going to get real pissed off?
I don't know.
God damn it!
Yes.
I hate when my thing freezes. I was trying not to even talk during the Hawkinson thing.
Can you buy a really long Ethernet cable and just run it up to your computer?
Into my phone?
Oh, it's your phone? Well, don't draft on your phone.
Don't tell me what to do, Evan. I don't know who the hell you think you are.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll stay in my lane.
No, I have it on my phone because I like having the Twitch open so I can actually pay attention to the conversation.
Yeah, I got the.
And I don't want to be going from tab to tab.
Yeah, I have a 3-screen setup, and I have the Twitch on my phone.
Yeah.
And then the draft on my laptop, and then on the big screen, I've got like all of my mocks so I can bring up data and just look up stats. I've also got my auction results spreadsheet.
Oh.
Dang, I kind of wanted to.
I want Peter to know that he should subtract like $5 because he would not have gotten Hawkinson for that price. I 100% go $20 on Hawkinson almost every draft. I don't care. Like I'll punt wide receiver to get myself one of my favorite tight ends. But that just means Evan's gonna have to pay out the ass for Goddard now.
Oh, I am, aren't I? What did Mandrews go for?
Oh, maybe not. Is Andrew still around?
He is still around.
Okay, then you might if you're smart, you'll let me get him for a decent price.
You're going to be hearing me talk up Andrews all offseason because I want my son to start liking him and therefore gateway him into football. Because Andrews has diabetes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure I can kill two birds with one stone. I can get my kids into football and give them a role model, let them know that you can do anything, blah, blah, blah.
If only Jay Cutler was still around. Oh, is that the role model you want your son to have? Not giving a fuck at all?
Is Jay Cutler diabetic?
Yeah. That was always a talking point. It's like, oh, he doesn't do well in night games because he's diabetic. Yeah, you think that's the issue? No, he's just inconsistent.
Yeah. No, my kid is just as hyperactive at night as morning.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Justin Herbert. Oh, who got that? Better be a bot. Who got that?
Rob got him for
Okay, that
$5.
better be a bot. I have
Why?
him. Guess how much I have David Johnson for?
$0?
$0. Yes. $sign $0.
That sounds about like the right price to me.
I'd rather have Justin Herbert for 7 than Lamar Jackson for 10. I forget with humans. A lot of times you don't want to pull the trigger on a cheap quarterback early because it starts a trend. Quarterbacks.
If you remember, I was kind of low on. I was one of the last people. Although I was hyping him up right away in the waiver wire because you had to for his consistency. I was not a big fan of him overall.
Wait, how did Cooper just go for 13? What were we doing?
I
damn it
started talking. Yeah, Cooper shouldn't have gone for that cheap. But honestly, I have other guys I want to spend money on. So
I would have gone big on Cooper. Oh well. Other people are going to get deals. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, especially, and that's the thing that happens. That's why it's kind of important to have a decent amount of money in this middle part of the draft. This is where the value really comes in. This is where you can build a solid core.
This is where you usually get wide receivers on the cheap too.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. No. What is going on here? Oh. I was going to say, it was saying it's $3 on my screen. I'm like, no, Deontay Johnson's not going for $3. He's not my favorite Pittsburgh wide receiver, but he's not going for under $6. That's for sure.
I'd like to point out that it does not put any more ads up here. So all it took was me misrecording 5 ads for blatantly bogus reasons for them to be like, okay, stop. It's good. Remember last year we were doing a stream and like an ad for like women's underwear comes on? And we're like, why do you think this is your target audience? What the hell, man?
I think there's a lot of panty sniffers in our audience, so our target demographic.
Huge. That is our target. We've always wanted to corner that market.
Yeah. You know, I said all these nice things to Fatty McFats, and he's up here just bidding up Mark Andrews like a son of a bitch.
You guys are both Bear fans. A lot of Bear fans. I think, is that you? No, okay. I know Fatty. A lot of Bear fans.
Yeah. Just because we're one of the most popular teams in football. By virtue of being older, us being masochists.
You know what the oldest football team still in the NFL is? The Arizona Cardinals. Because they used to be the Chicago Cardinals.
I don't think they're the oldest, though. I think the Bears are still the oldest. But they are one of the oldest. Yeah, I knew the Cardinals were in Chicago.
Let me just look at my Google machine here.
Yeah. I feel like if they were the oldest, we would be hearing more about them as the big franchise. I think they're third to
1898.
1898?
Yep.
What about the Bears? Okay. Actually, I'm going to just Google who is the oldest. Who is the oldest?
You don't need to Google.
What is the oldest team in football? Why is it saying the Green Bay Packers?
Is this wrong? It's not me who's right.
Yeah, that's not right. What just happened? I stopped paying attention.
What's about to happen, and it is fireworks.
Ooh, way to get some money off the board, I guess. Ooh, Joshua going Robert Woods for 20.
That's pretty
he good. Is in a Discord about the Rams, which we think will be the best offense.
Mostert went for 4, and that's too much.
Mostert, yeah.
No, the Packers were founded in 1919. Oh,
Yeah.
no, but it can trace its lineage to other semi-pro clubs from around Wisconsin dating
Yeah.
back to 1896, but that's other clubs. The Chicago Cardinals were the same club since 1898. Book it.
Ooh.
What did Javante go for? Good, 16. That's a healthy price for him. Who do I have him for? 10.
I saw Jamar Chase starting to go real down for $2. I was going to be really excited if that happened.
Oh, Josh.
You guys enjoy your Jamar Chase. It's okay. You guys fill up your rosters. I still have guys I like.
Yeah, so Zach has 4 wide receivers. What's the limit for wide receivers?
I don't know that there is a roster limit. If there is,
I know there definitely is, because once in a while someone hits it for running backs, and it creates an annoying ass glitch where if you win an auction for your 7th running back, when the clock hits 0, it'll just renominate the guy with 20 seconds in the clock. And everyone will sit there going, what the hell just happened? And they'll have the same exact bidding process, and they'll just renominate them. It doesn't say error or anything. It's so annoying.
Yep. And this is what I do with these like wide receivers in the middle. Like I like Tyler Lockett, but I have other guys I like more, so I'm going to put up Lockett because if I get him for $1, I'm happy. Well, I'm not going to get him for $1 though, so I'll let other people who I know like him bid against each other, up his price, get some money out of the pool. This is part of my mid-round strategy.
It looks like wide receiver the limit is 8, so we're never going to clog up Zach's pipes for raising.
No, and he's only halfway there. But man, I'll tell you what, for his strategy, DK Metcalf, DJ Moore, Michael Thomas, and Amari Cooper, those are some good ass wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm not. No one's. We're not paying attention because we're entertained, so that's okay.
No, it's nice too because
it's July. I'm more here.
The problem with telling people what I'm doing is then they'll just nominate the guys that they know I like to try to be assholes, and I hate all of you. But whatever, I don't hate that much. If I get Chase Claypool for $10, I'm okay with it. I think Chase Claypool has the best chance of actually being a wide receiver 1 on Pittsburgh of the guys they have. But I could be wrong about that. But I'm definitely I get like dazzled by athleticism too sometimes. Who was that running back in Seattle that everyone kept talking about was going to be the breakout guy forever?
Rashad Penny.
Not Rashad Penny. Before Rashad Penny.
Christine.
Oh, Christine Michael.
I think that's it.
Christine Michelle. Michael. Is it Michael or Michelle?
I think it was Michael, because I remember like your first name is a girl's name and your last name is a boy's name. What the hell is going on with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because people call her Michael Christine, and we have to like, no, actually, I would much rather have Dak for 9 than.
Really?
I don't have Dak rated.
Why?
Because it's July. I'm still getting my shit together.
I guess that's a good reason. Well, Evan, congratulations. I got Mark Andrews, so I might have a chance at Goddard.
Okay.
If I had not said anything, would you have noticed Goddard?
I don't like Goddard, though. I'm not big on Goddard anymore.
I like Goddard a lot. What I don't like is Jalen Hurts.
He's really bad.
Who?
I don't want him.
I have no problem with Goddard. It's what's his name? Hurts that I have a problem with.
Yes, I'm so glad nobody picked me up on Goddard. All right, he rules, guys. I was just kidding.
Goddard's fine, but the Freight nominating Jalen Hurts because he heard us talking about him. I love it. He's gonna get Hurts for $1? Oh no, $2. I'm kind of surprised how high Jalen Hurts is like rated in auction ratings. I get that he's got the rushing yards, but I don't know, man. He scares the hell out of me.
I mean, it's under $5. That's Joey territory.
Man, I am. I'm gonna start going through some teams here again because I kind of like how some of these are turning out. Let's see. Was it Joshua was just asking what we think of his team. So he's got Russell Wilson, Robert Woods, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, Damian Harris, Tyler Lockett. The one thing I will say is Damian Harris as your RB2 would scare the hell out of me. New England's running game terrifies me. Your wide receiving core is solid, and you got it at a good price. One thing I'm noticing is like you got $75 left. You got to remember you can't take this money with you, and you might end up having like $20 or $30 by the end of this draft. But that money could have been spent to maybe upgrade some of those other spots.
A good way to not end up.
Harris is kind of scary. Joey doesn't think Harris is scary. I'm not a big fan of Damian Harris, honestly. I just don't like him. Yeah, but the thing is, that's his RB2, and that's where it scares me him as the RB in that spot. Let's see. I don't know that he is a quality runner. Damian Harris is just a guy to me. I'm like he doesn't excite me at all. And that's kind of one prerequisite for guys who are on my team. They have to excite me a little bit. I mean, like they have to do something to make me feel like things are going to get better, but let's see. Who else is available? I like Thielen too, and I was hoping I've been eyeing Thielen, hoping that I'd be able to get him at a cheap price under 10. But my concern is with Justin Jefferson taking some shares and Thielen being a little bit older, like on the wrong side of 30. I'm going to let him get away because there are still guys that I like a lot more.
I totally brain farted there, and I wanted Thielen, and I would have paid more. It's kind of spaced out.
Would you have paid that much for him, though?
Sure. I started a wide receiver, too.
I guess that's true, but I don't know. $13, it's fine. That's not a bad price. Rodgers for $3. I mean, like, shouldn't you save some money for a quarterback who's going to actually play this year?
He'll play.
That was an Aaron Rodgers retirement joke. Yeah, of course he's going to play. I'm a Bears fan. There's no one who's a fan of the Lions, Vikings, or Bears who actually worry about it. Like, they know he's starting. The only Packers fans are worried about that because they don't understand only bad things happen to Bears fans. Like, I actually think Justin Fields, if he ends up failing, it's not going to be because of him. It's going to be because, what's the word I'm thinking of here? Because something bad happens to him, like he gets hurt. It won't be actually based on him, like, having an issue. Oh, I hate my stupid freaking phone. I hate... You know what? Fucking take Robinson. I'm going to hate my running backs in this 14-man. This is why I don't usually go so hard on the on that first top tier running back, because I'd rather get value later. This is very much annoying me. You know what? Take him.
No, you take him.
I still have money. I'll let you guys spend it, even though I like Cup. But $20, man, that's... I don't know if it's too much. I like Cup a lot this year. Robbie Anderson for $4 is a great value.
Robbie Anderson is reuniting with Sam Darnold.
Ah! My stupid freaking phone freezing. I am so freaking annoyed here. T. Higgins should not have gone for $7. This... I'm ready to throw my phone against the freaking wall. And I lost... Oh, I'm so freaking pissed off right now. Nice to know Yahoo's thing will just freeze up on me. Yeah, A.J. Dillon was also my guy. I don't have an iPhone. I like Androids. Joe Burrow for $3 is a solid pickup.
Did I get Joe Burrow for $3?
Yep.
I like Joe Burrow for $3 more than I like Lamar Jackson for $10.
Yeah. My phone doesn't. I don't know. Actually, it kind of does. I am morally opposed to Apple products. Simple as that. Like, Android is the least evil of my options. Is what I will say. I'm not going to say it's morally better, but it's a little bit better than it's a little bit better than Apple. I don't even know that it's lesser quality. Apple's code is kind of wonky. Like, all my hardcore programmer friends are pretty anti-Apple, so I'm gonna trust them. Apple's the artsy, flashy. They act like their stuff is cool, and it's really more popular, but it's not really good.
I just upgraded my wife's phone to an iPhone 11 from Android. Gus Bus. How did Noah Fant go for Dallas Goedert money?
Noah Fant should be going for Dallas Goedert money.
Shut your mouth.
No, Noah Fant is solid. Did I actually get Gus Edwards or did I lose him? Oh, I'm freezing up, so I probably lost him.
You lost him.
Stupid. All right, I'm gonna not be paying attention to chat anymore because obviously my phone is not gonna.
Can't you just open up a window on your computer?
I can, but then I can't see the chats, and I'm trying to be a good.
I put the chat on my phone.
What? Every one of you guys.
I put the chat on the phone.
Oh. Maybe I got to figure out how to do that.
Yeah, because I get really bad phone reception, so I would never do
Here.
this draft on my phone because I would be wall eating it up right now.
I'm ready to kill all of you guys. So I'm gonna have a bad draft, but it's not my fault. Where do I find? Okay, let me do a mock. Where the hell is the mock draft lobby? You know what?
I just type in mock draft Yahoo and then hit the first Google result. Rather than
Apparently, because
navigate
Yahoo's
Yahoo's
because you can't
draconian.
actually find it on Yahoo. Man, Yahoo's. God, you think they'd have a?
Zach was not gone for two seconds. And the bot bids 11 for Tyler Higbee.
I actually like the phone app better than I'd like this window. But I had extra money, so I might as well spend it on him. I got 6 players left and a lot of money, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Where's my queue? What just happened?
Okay, so Zach's like, I gotta go. I'm gonna let the bots. Hold on, let me type this out.
Oh, is that why Logan Thomas went for that price?
Zach said, I'm going to leave, let the bot spend my money. Zach's not gone for like 2 seconds when the bot bids $11 on Tyler Higbee. And the bot turns around, bids $6 on Logan Thomas. So, yeah, I found that bot amazing. This might be the bot of the draft. Who will be the bot of the draft? The bot who does the most baffling crap. Good, that's a good price.
I spent a little bit more on Cortland Sutton because the money I should have gotten on either Higbee or AJ, like the guys who basically just went that I wasn't able to get. So ends up working out a little bit.
12 projected for Sutton's stupid. I should probably get a wide receiver too one of these times.
That's funny. I was gonna let him go on the next bid too. Oh, well, there we go. Joshua can get him for 9. It's not a bad price. And Joshua, actually, I like spending $9 on here because he's got the money. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting a lower tier of wide receivers now, which I don't like.
Yeah. Well, do you have starters? I don't have starters.
My starters are Kenny Galladay and Chase Claypool.
Me and Joey, Gavin bot. Oh, because Gavin bot did that thing. So. Ronald Jones needs to go for more.
He will.
Do I want to press and force?
Actually, there are other running backs I'd rather have.
Gator fan, I would never draft 2 tight ends.
Yeah, agreed.
You just the like one tight end breaks out every year, and then there's the blob. I'll just get some top 12 tight end that's serviceable. Quarterbacks, I will draft 2 high end ones for $5, as mentioned earlier. I don't know why I got Joe Burrow. I think I just clicked because I don't know. I'm not bringing my A game today.
Yeah, no, this has been a shit show on my end too. Man, I hate the web browser interface. Who's going against me on that? Okay. I'll let Zach do what he's going to do.
Me too.
What are your thoughts on Brandon Cooks?
Yes.
You like him?
Sure.
I don't really want anything to do with Houston. That team seems like an absolute disaster.
Who's going to pitch it for Houston this year?
Have we had defenses go already? Oh, no, we haven't.
No. Oops, I'm Googling in the wrong window. Sorry, everybody. Jerry Judy, did I get Joey? Joey got Jerry. Tyrod Taylor is okay. So I like Brandon Cooks for a few bucks. Tyrod Taylor can get it there.
All right.
Marvin Jones Jr.
Who did that? Is that you, Evan?
Yep.
You can have it.
Okay.
I'll be nice.
I need a workman. I need a workhorse to be my wide receiver 2 in PPR. Now, I wonder if I should have spent that much. What's the most I've ever seen Marvin Jones go for?
I don't know. He's right in that $5 range for me.
Apparently I bid $13 on him once for some weird reason. Must be my last player. Other than that, yeah, I'm not seeing him go for more than 2.
So this is where I'm going to start varying my strategy a little bit because a lot of the receivers I like are gone already. So at this point, you're going to see me taking a big flyer on a lot of second-year wide receivers, and to trust that one of them is going to break out. Do I have?
Why is
this is
bot taking forever to nominate a player? Just for that, the bot's not going to get the rounds for $1. That was a spite bid.
They weren't going to anyway. I would have spent 2. I won't spend 3, but I'll spend 2.
Making me wait. Who do you think is going to be the number 1 defense,
Waleed? You'll know them because they're the defense I end up getting all the time.
I think it's going to be Washington, especially in that division.
That is the team that I... God, I'm so excited for my Dynasty League this year. My number 4 running back is Myles Gaskin. After DeAndre Swift, Saquon Barkley, and Alvin Kamara. How's that for running back? I can't even start Myles Gaskin. I got Washington's defense there. Patrick Mahomes, Mark Andrews at tight end. If my receivers were any stronger, I would just be terrifying. Is someone being up? It's like he heard me.
Yeah. There we go.
Like I said, I'll spend $2 for him. I won't spend more because I have a weekly article where I talk about the best defenses to stream. You don't need to have the best, you just need the best matchup, and I can show you how. So pay attention to Football Absurdity during the regular season.
Oh, they will. They're hard to ignore.
Let's see what the max bids are at this point.
I'm going to go over a team that drafted for me when I bid $186 for Dwayne Haskins. It got me OBJ and Brandon Cooks as my wide receivers. That's good. Trey Sermon is my running back 1. I like that. It didn't draft. It drafted only 2 other running backs, though. I don't like that.
Did you spend 6 on Cooks?
Yeah.
I can't even see the bottom here. God, this interface is... How is their mobile browser better than their web browser?
I don't know. I don't like their web browser. I don't like their mobile browser.
Their mobile browser is so much cleaner. I can find everything easily.
Oh. I like this a lot better. I like the tabs. I don't like how
there are tabs on the mobile browser, though, too.
Yeah, but one of the tabs shows me, like, nothing. It just shows me a list of people. And it's weird, and I don't know. I like it. So it doesn't give F- grades. Do you think it gives F+ grades?
Unlikely. I'm getting a really bad grade here. Well, that's okay. What? Oh, you got more points than your quarterback total because you have 2 quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, don't go to standings. That is nothing.
I'm just kind of curious how it's ranking.
Yeah. I mean, according to that, Zach's team is really good, and Zach's team is really odd.
It really is, but I mean, AJ Dillon as his RB2 is kind of yeesh.
Well, I think Ronald Jones will be his RB2, and that works.
Oh, I must have missed that. Yeah, I did. Damn, Joey going hard for... Oh, he wants the Tannehill AJ Brown connection. I can dig it. Also, I think Tannehill's like the best quarterback left. Like, he's the last of those guys who are top 10. Let's see what quarterbacks are left. Oh, yeah. No, Tannehill was definitely the last of that tier. So spending a little extra is good for that, especially when you only got 7 spots left to fill. And you $2 each on those. God. Yeah, 14-man is definitely a different animal. And when your web browser keeps freezing up on you, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But lucky for me, I have a plan to salvage this shit show.
Well, tilt your laptop down a little. Please.
Oh.
Thank you.
My head?
Yeah. I want to see everybody wants to see the plum.
The plum?
Did you say you have a plum?
No, a plan.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You can tilt it back up. Just for the plum shot. All right. Okay. I like Pollard. Amy Pollard. People think Jamal Williams is so great, but you know what? He's really not.
Jamal Williams is fine. He's a decent value. I don't mind him for $2 or $3.
That just passes. Kind of. Ooh, I'm up.
Yeah. So Joshua, like the thing I'll point out here is if you look at it, you got $54 left with no one else having money. So there's money you could have spent later to help pad up your team, which is not to say you did a bad job, but you could have strengthened up that second RB2 spot with an extra $30 and guys like Connor, Jamal Williams, Gus Edwards. Hell, you wouldn't have gotten Gus Edwards for as cheap as you had if I had it frozen up. Or James Conner, actually. Both of those guys, like, I'm actually kind of getting mad looking at this. Oh, my God. You shouldn't have gotten either of those guys. Jamar Chase, I think, was another one that was... no, I think I was willing to let him go because I was planning on getting T. Higgins, and then it froze up on me on T. Higgins. Then it froze up again on me on Tyler Boyd. No more freezing here. It is my turn to nominate a player.
Oh no!
What
There's
did I?
some
What
receivers
did I tell you
like.
I was going to do, guys? Michael Pittman Jr., second-year receiver, got a good chance of breaking out. He was a guy people loved last year too.
So I'm all in on Indianapolis' wide receivers this year because Wentz is there, and during Wentz's and Frank Reich is there. And Frank Reich was the guy
Yeah,
who had Wentz's first 2 seasons. And remember that second season was like MVP going until he got his injury. So now it's got Frank Reich and Carson Wentz and better receivers than Philly had. Yeah, I'm there.
I think there's a lot of sneaky value in both Carson Wentz and the wide receiving core of Indianapolis. My concern though is that Carson Wentz kind of feels like unlikable.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
wonder if he's already gone prima donna somehow and he's going to be a problem. I'm hoping that a lot of, but here's the other thing too. I don't know how much stock I put into a lot of the Carson Wentz stuff because Philadelphia, that organization loves leaking all the bad garbage that their players do. In a lot of the times after those players leave, it turns out that Philly was kind of the asshole. So I wonder how bad Wentz actually is. He's the guy I'm keeping an eye on early because if he has a good week one, I'm grabbing him right away. I don't know that I'll draft him. I'm going to be drafting guys like Stafford or Aaron Rodgers, the guys I have in that lower tier that I love. But he's a guy I'm definitely watching out for because he could end up being a real sneaky value.
Speaking of Indianapolis and catching, I got Hines for $1. Feel good about that.
Yeah.
I got 3 Colts on my team. I've got Jonathan Taylor, Hines, and no, I don't have any other Colts. Never mind. Gonna have one probably. Who is Rodrigo? Is that the kicker? Yes.
Who are we nominating, Freights?
Why does the bot do this? Nominate a dude. You're making everybody wait. These good people stick around the whole draft. Poor Peter doesn't even like. I don't think Peter's even one of us. That dude's just sitting there at his desk or something.
I think Peter is 100% one of us.
Okay. Well, welcome, Peter.
Yeah. He is. He doesn't talk, but he pays attention, and he does good work.
We do have like 80 followers. It makes sense that one person would trickle in.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah, he does
Who just got Justin Tucker? Is that you, Josh?
Yep.
Son of... Oh, my God. You know, coming to me for help and then snaking the players I want. Not a good combination. No, that was a good pick. I love Justin Tucker. I want to point out the reason I didn't nominate Marquise Brown and I nominated Pittman was because I thought I had a better chance of getting Pittman cheaper. So there was a little bit of gamesmanship in that move.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, Joey's right in that sweet spot. He's got $2 for each player left to fill out his roster. You know, Indy feels like a fantasy defense that's been getting criminally underrated.
They've got like
Joey clearly feels the same way.
They've got a top 3 defensive player on her. They get to play Houston twice and the rookie Travis. You know who I'm talking about twice.
And hey, Oh, sorry. I want to jump in because I just went into the tab. Sorry. You say what you're going to say, then I'll say what I'm going to say.
That's it.
Oh, Josh, you're doing fine. I'm just being an asshole. So I want to make sure that's very clear. Don't take me seriously. I like the kicker. Baltimore defense and Tucker is your kicker. Not a bad combo. If you're going to go from one team on both of those, that's the team to do it. Oh, I should be paying attention. Damn it! This is the problem. This is why I do it on my phone. I want to pay attention to the tab and see what you guys are saying, but I can't with.
Is your audio on? Because what does it for me is when it does that 10-second ding. That ding, I'm totally hardwired to look at the nearest computer screen whenever I hear that ding.
I will hear the ding and it won't register for like 10 seconds later that someone was getting nominated because I'm in the middle of a thought. I get zeroed in.
Antonio Brown. Tom Brady's going to be playing not torn up this year. Oh. Adjust accordingly.
You know what? That's a good point. I noticed Joey was saying that Cooks will need volume on a bad team that needs to throw. When I was asking about that earlier, that's an excellent point, and I think I got to put Cooks higher up my board, even though I don't want much to do with that team. The other guy I kind of like over there, I feel like Philip Lindsay might be a sneaky value later on, but I don't know if I'm willing to draft him.
They've got one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league.
Ugh.
Ricketts. Devin Singletary. Somebody has to run the ball. Well, I guess it's like Josh
Allen. Zach Moss, I think people trust more for the running part. Devin Singletary will get some catches, but their running game is, I don't know. I just don't trust Buffalo's rushing game.
They project Zach Moss to get almost 1,200 all-purpose yards. A lot. Waleed needs that bench running back depth.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Everyone took the guys I wanted, so I can't let guys go.
Joey is not happy with your edging him out there.
I'm going to keep edging him out. Whew. And that's why I keep I like to have a little bit more than $2 at this part, because there are guys like this that I might need. I feel a lot better about my team with Carter and really, Joey? Go ahead. Yeah. I still have more money than you.
Joey did that. Joey was really on tilt.
That was malicious. That was a personal attack on me. Who did that?
Me. I was waiting for it. I had this all calculated out.
That was nicely done.
Thank you.
I was like, it's over my budget. Who could go? I thought it was Joshua at first. That's fine. That's my fault for not going fifth. But
you all probably knows if you're watching the stream. That's why I have Max Bid open more most of the time for stuff like that, where I'm like, whoop, 7, got to get that past these 2.
Yeah. Is that why you didn't go after Carter?
I really like Sermon. I can't get enthusiastic about any Jets quite yet.
That's fair.
Also, at that time, I
had more money.
Yeah, your max was 9, so I would have had to use all my money, and I wanted to spend money on Sermon.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have used all your money. I would have gone over the top on you on that one.
Okay.
I like Carter a little bit more than when there's a quiet, when it gets quiet for a second, I get real nervous. No, I would have. I like Carter a little bit more than Sermon because I think there's less competition there for him. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Who else is on? Let me look this up. Who else is in the depth chart?
But truth be told, I wanted both of them. Oh, I almost came in ninja-wise on that one, but oh well.
Tevin Coleman. LaMichael P. Ryan.
Yeah. Did I miss something here? I guess some kickers went that I didn't notice.
Yeah, they went a couple rounds ago.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just take Zerline and be happy with it.
Yeah, there's plenty of good kickers. Offense is blooming. The NFL.
Whew. Man, standings do not like me at all.
Standings is dumb. Are you sorting by projected stats?
Yeah.
Not last year's stats? Are you going to be 2 on Zerline or what?
Oh, I am. Thank you for pointing out
Sure thing.
That. Whew, I almost lost Zerline.
Yeah, Joey had a lot. Joey mentioned that you did have a lot of silver medals in this one. That's the thing. But on the other side, you got a lot of money out of the pool by making sure people bid the most that they could.
Well, I didn't because there were some guys that I wasn't trying to do that. I was trying to get.
Yeah, I was talking about Joey, but yeah.
Oh. Joey's not the only one with a lot of silver medals. Oh, so projected stats, I'm 5th. Not that far down the list, though, I guess.
Well, also, how many guys do you have? Oh, you have 14. Never mind. That's not Fantasy Pros, though. That's not what the Fantasy Pros formula is based
14 to 15 now. Yeah. I'll end up in the top half at least, so that's all that matters. No, it doesn't. What matters is how my team would actually do. All right, well, there's only one guy left that I want. Let me see. I should get a backup plan because someone's going to beat me out for them because that's how this draft has been going.
Ah, shoot. I was all ready to pull the trigger on Michael Gallup. Well, I probably would not bid. You all have a lot of money now. Okay. Yeah, here, I'll walk over to you. Projected stats, they have you 6. How many players do you have, though? 14. Okay. This is not Fantasy Pros, though. This is not the draft grade we'll get at the end. That has a more, last year, 4th. That has a more, a better formula. It's not great, but.
I like the last year because that's going to help me real well with 2 rookies.
Yeah, and with all these second-year breakouts you've been getting.
Yeah. Yeah, because I tend to go for upside more than anything. I like upside is what kills me.
Josh, not only were you getting emails to grade, we go over the email at the end of the show. So
yeah,
for people who are just skipping to the end to see like who won or whatever.
Yeah. You know what? We're at the point now. We probably should start going over teams. So I'm going to start here. Let's look at Joey BK first. Joey's got Ryan Tannehill, AJ Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Dalvin Cook, Chris Carson, Darren Waller, Tyler Boyd, Michael Gallup, Harrison Butker, Indy's defense. He is waiting for 5 bench spots. What he has, though, is a solid core. I am a little leery. I would say I'm leery of Jerry Jeudy as your wide receiver, too, but you actually have Tyler Boyd, so that's makes me feel a little bit better. But Cook and Carson is a solid running back combination, and a lot of people think A.J. Brown's going to be the best receiver in football. So, I mean, Joey's always solid work. My team is I like, but I don't love my team. I got could be the best offense in football. That the Rams are the team to beat as far as I'm concerned. Kenny Galladay, Chase Claypool. You know what? I don't have a clear wide receiver. my money into Kamara and DeAndre Swift. That 1-2 is a running back core. If I have that, I feel like I'm winning my league, no question. Mark Andrews at tight end, I don't love. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. And he still was a top 10 tight end in fantasy. Was he top 5?
What were you talking about?
I don't know. Mark Andrews.
Okay, I can pull that up right here. You got all players.
Yeah.
You can sort by 2020 stats.
My flex is Cortland Sutton, who's a guy I love. Michael Pittman Jr., Marquise Brown. I'm not as high on as I was last year.
Tight end 5.
What'd you say?
Mike Andrews
was tight end 5. So, all right, it's your nomination.
I know.
Okay, sorry.
No.
So my bench here, we got Michael Pittman Jr., who I love. Marquise Brown, who I said I'm not a fan. Michael Carter is a rookie running back that you can get late that I love. Darrell Henderson, I think he's going to take a little bit of the flair from Cam Akers. He's going to get like opportunities, and I like Darrell Henderson a lot, especially for where you can get him. His upside flex guy on that offense, he should be interesting. Darnell Mooney, you all already know I love him. I can't stop talking about him. Let's see who's the next team here. Peter. I had strategy is one of my favorites to do here. Cam Akers, Najee Harris, J.K. Dobbins. He's got at least one guy who's probably going to finish top 5 there. I don't know which of those 3 it's going to be, but it's going to be one of those guys because those second round, third round guys, that's what happens. Let's see how petty Joey actually is. That's what this is. Come on, Joey. You can get Devonta Smith, who, for a rookie receiver, I like his chances because I don't think he has a lot of competition in Philly. But my concern, as I've said, is can Jalen Hurts throw the football? So that fills out my team at least now. Peter, though, he's got that running back core. On top of that, he's got T.J. Hawkinson, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Godwin, Justin Herbert. His starting core is like his starters are unbelievable.
Now he's got Chris Godwin is really good.
Yeah, especially with those running backs and that tight end. I mean, there are no weaknesses in the starters. Chase Edmonds, I'm not as high on, but Deontay Johnson, Jalen Waddle, I can dig that. T. Higgins. Peter's got a good ass team. Peter might have my favorite team, actually. I will see if anyone can beat it. Zach here, Dak Prescott, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Travis Etienne, AJ Dillon, Tyler Higbee, Michael Thomas, Amari Cooper, Logan Thomas, Ronald Jones, Kirk Cousins, Deebo Samuel. When Auto Draft took over, this became a train wreck.
That was hilarious.
It's really unbelievable.
Needs more tight ends and quarterbacks.
Yeah. Rob's got Ezekiel Elliott, Aaron Jones, Miles Sanders. That seems okay until you look at Odell Beckham Jr., Devontae Parker, David Johnson, and nothing else. He spent all his money, and I do not like that team. The Freight's got Kyler Murray, Keenan Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Antonio Gibson, Josh Jacobs, Noah Fant, Terry McLaurin. His starting wide receivers is really solid. Raheem Mostert and Javonte Williams actually make me feel a little bit better about his running back depth. Although Jacobs and Gibson, it's not the most exciting, but it's not bad. Matt Ryan, you didn't need him. Mike Gesicki, you didn't need him when you had Fant. I think those are wasted picks, but it's a good team. It's not a great team. I like it. I don't love it. Tyler's got Patrick Mahomes, Allen Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins, David Montgomery, Joe Mixon, George Kittle, which was a steal of the draft, Leonard Fournette, Corey Davis. His running backs leave a little bit to be desired. If you're getting Joe Mixon and David Montgomery, you need to be getting better bench running backs. Like, he should have been going hard for Michael Carter, but at the same time, I don't think that he had the money to do that. Well, maybe he did. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he's still got a little bit of a budget, so.
He has $1.
No, he does. No, he's at $1. So I feel like he hurt his bench by doing this, but really you're going to be turning your bench during the season anyway. I don't know. I don't know that I like it. I don't hate it either, though, is what I'll say about Tyler's team. Now we got Chris over here who's got Aaron Rodgers, Adam Thielen, Cooper Kupp, Christian McCaffrey, Kenyon Drake, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tampa Bay's defense. He's got a lot of players that I like, but once again, he doesn't have a lot of depth, and he's very top-heavy. Matt, let's see what Matt L's team looks like. Josh Allen, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Saquon Barkley, Melvin Gordon, Robert Tonyan. That's a kind of trash team, honestly. Like, he's got, like, top-end players, but Melvin Gordon is your RB2, and there are no RBs left. So, no, I hate that. Let's see here. Joshua. This is what you've been saying here for. Russell Wilson, Robert Woods, Jamar Chase, Austin Eckler, Damian Harris, Kyle Pitts, Tyler Lockett, Robbie Anderson, Gus Edwards, James Conner, Jamal Williams, Antonio Brown, Latavius Murray, Justin Tucker, Baltimore. This is a solid team. I don't think there are any weaknesses on it, but it's missing a little bit of the flash I want. I would just want one more top-end guy, because you got that team with $40 left. Imagine if you'd taken that $40 that you put on Damian Harris and put it on well, let's see. What did Damian Harris cost you? $8. So let's see. Who's the guy you could have got for 48 running back-wise? I want to go to Peter's team, because I bet one of those guys would have gone. You could have got Cam Akers for 50. You could have got Najee Harris for 42 or J.K. Dobbins for 36 to flip that out. And I feel like you would feel a lot better about that team.
Antonio Gibson, too.
Like, don't be afraid. That first $100, don't be afraid to put it out to 2 or 3 players that you really love. And then, like, I'm a big fan of saving money so you can get that middle round talent. But you don't want to have too much money left, because that means that you left value on the board. But having said that, Joshua, very solid team. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Josh is my favorite bench so far.
Yeah, that I will say. And that's what comes from having that extra money.
That's true.
Team 11 got Jalen Hurts, Julio Jones, Stephon Diggs, Derrick Henry, Myles Gaskin, Irv Smith Jr., Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel, Zach Moss. Honestly, I don't hate his starters. I don't really like Jalen Hurts, but I get it. And you can replace a quarterback, but your receivers are solid. Your running backs are solid. I think Irv Smith Jr., since you only spent $1 on him for a sleeper tight end, he's got value. Will Fuller's always underrated. When he actually plays, he'll be solid. Team 11, it's okay. I don't hate it. Gavin won the drafts because he managed to snag DJ Shark away from all of us for $186. I know we were all thinking, I'll go 170 for DJ Shark, but I don't know if I can go higher than that. And Gavin had no doubts. He wanted Shark, and he got him. He also got Devin Singletary and Tariq Cohen for $1.
Yeah, Gavin, I know you must be a follower of ours. If you want to troll, please troll Dwayne Haskins 186. That's what we're doing here. That's the operation.
We're also at the time of the year. I love that. This is actually what starts happening in auction drafts at this point, where someone will go in when they know people are starting to get serious and just fuck up the draft and then leave. So this is how we know football season's coming. We got that first troll of the year. I love it.
It's also another reason to do 14 teams. In case you're wondering why I don't do 10 teams. I know Joey does a lot of 10 teams. Weird stuff happens like that, where I'm like, okay, I'm glad we had 14 teams, because at least 13 teams are actually serious, you know?
Yeah.
I'll count this information as good for a 12-team league kind of deal.
So Fatty McFats has my favorite core here, with Justin Jefferson, Calvin Ridley, Nick Chubb, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. That's $168 or $178 spent. But oh my God, that's every one of those players could end up being the best at their position. And when you have 4 guys like that on your team, it's hard not to like it. Now the downside is he's gonna be hurting on depth. Like Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith. Is he already on auto drafts?
No,
I can't tell.
Fatty, why'd you nominate Ingram?
Well,
he must be on
Ingram's
autograph.
fine. Ingram's a solid player.
It's his tight end too, though.
He's also a flex player if you need him. And frankly, he's probably better than a lot of what's left available. So I don't really have a problem with that. James Robinson, I also like that pick. Yeah, and you stole him from me. Tom Brady also. We'll see how he does with the MCL repair too. Maybe he'll even be better. Now we are to the last of it. Evan Hoovler, Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, Marvin Jones Jr., Jonathan Taylor, Kareem Hunt, Dallas Goedert, Mike Davis, Joe Burrow, Brandon Cooks, Tony Pollard, Nyheim Hines, Trey Sermon, Mike Williams. Did you get the Rams defense too?
Yep.
And Young Hoku. I mean, Evan, as always, you did a solid job. I don't know that I would have gone for Burrow if when I had Lamar Jackson personally.
That was a brain fart. That was a total brain fart.
Okay.
It was only $3, but yeah.
Yeah, but the running backs you got, I like for bench guys who have like upside. Brandon Cooks, you guys sold me on. Mike Williams, I like a lot too. Really, I mean, solid team. Hard to fault.
I don't like my wide receiver too. I'll devil's advocate myself.
I would disagree with that because I love your wide receiver too.
I guess it's PPR and Brandon Cooks and Mike Williams will provide enough security.
I think Marvin Jones has a good chance of being the number one on a Rams team that had no defense last year. And they actually have Trevor Lawrence who can throw the ball. I love Marvin Jones Jr. My Marvin Jones Jr. article will be coming out very soon. So,
Fatty says he got Ingram as a backup because one of these two, they're both iffy. So he's just gonna see which one.
You know what? Okay. I like that for quarterbacks. If I don't get my top guy and tight ends, if I didn't get a top 5 guy, I'm probably grabbing 2 tight ends that I think have upside just to hedge my bet. So I can dig that. Odell Beckham is your wide receiver 3. Is a solid wide receiver 3.
No, I think the bot who got him, OBJ, yeah. Rob the Robot has Devontae Parker and Odell Beckham as his starting wide receivers.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I don't know that I would pull off waivers because it's too early to pull off waivers. By the time the season starts, I'll probably only have 1 tight end, but that's going to be because I'm going to be churning my bench at that point anyway, and things will happen. The problem, like at this point, we don't know who's going to be who, so you don't want the guy that could be good that you have in sleeper to get picked up or drafted later. Like, they're not going to be available. So making sure guys who won't be available are. So that's why I like actually getting 2 tight ends there. Even if it's not the consensus move. Especially because tight end is a position. You can find a quarterback who's going to be a breakout guy. Tight end is trash. Tight end is always going to be trash. There's only going to be 4 or 5 guys. If you have your guy who might break out, and Evan Ingram could be a guy who breaks out. He's got the athletic ability to do it. If Everett was going to break out, he would. Firsker might. Troutman's like I would like if I did what he did, it would probably be like Troutman, Firsker. Those would be the 2 guys I would love to have like on my bench, hoping one of them gets big, or if both of them get big, I can trade later. I don't know. I mean, Everett always seems like a guy. I feel like if Everett was going to do something, he would have done something by now. That's kind of what I look for.
On the other hand, the Seahawks desperately need to be able to work the passing game underneath. Once they took out Tyler Lockett, their passing game tanked. Russ stopped cooking, and it was humiliating. So they might force it to Everett, even if Everett's not good.
So Joey's saying, like, Everett's in Seattle. He was a good receiver when Higbee went down. His old position coach signed him now that he's the OC in Seattle. I get all that. Here's my thing. He was a second-round draft pick, and they never – and he never beat out Higbee. And that's the thing that kind of makes me wonder. Like, for his athleticism and draft pedigree, he should have run away with that starting job. He never did, which makes me question. I'm just saying he never got, like, okay, he was out there, but he was never a receiving, like, threat. Not really. Like, he had his moments, but he still, it's about production to me. If he was going to be a breakout player, I think he would have. When you're in your 5th year, well, what are we talking about by breakouts? I guess is what I'm saying. When I'm grabbing a late end guy like Troutman, I'm hoping that he's the next coming of Jimmy Graham. I'm not like Everett might be a solid like low end tight end 1, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the next, when I'm drafting tight ends in any kind of auction draft or any kind of fantasy football draft, I'm looking for the next Travis Kelce. Or is it Kels? I want to say his name right now. The next Travis Kels. I don't think Everett will ever be that guy, so I will never draft him.
I'll throw $1 on him if I don't.
And that's why, and that's exactly why I went with Andrews. That's how you're supposed to say it. Yeah, but here's the thing. Chubb went for 60. This is the thing about auction, Josh. Get your guy. Don't worry about like price. If you think he's going to be good, you're not going to be upset because you spent $5 more on a guy who ends up a top 5 running back.
Yeah, especially when you
worry about it down the line.
Especially when you get him, especially because those high end running backs so early, you know what the damage is, and so you spend the rest of the draft looking to make up for it. You know, I spent like way more on Taylor than I wanted to, and I'm like, okay, well now I got to book for running back 2 discounts. I can't spend 35 on running back. I'll spend 20 something on it. You know what the damage is up front, and you can always figure out how to pay it.
Yeah, because Chubb Eckler, that's a solid running back core going in. Let's see. You nominated Gage, not McCole.
Oh, did it glitch on you?
That's funny.
Sorry.
Probably lowers your grade. Now I'm going to be better than you, Joey. If only you had gotten the right guy in there. Now you're 6th place in my 5th.
So let's see. There's going to be 198 draft picks. No, 208. So we are 31 away. We're about 5 minutes away from the draft wrapping up. So that's cool. We got just that much time to fill. Joey thinks he's a C+ team. I don't see what's wrong with it. You're wide receiver.
I don't. You're not a C+ team.
Yeah, you're a B+.
I don't know about a B+. I'd say you're about a B. I mean, you got a top 3 tight end. You got a top 3 running back. You got top 1 wide receiver. Top 3, we'll say. I mean, you got 3 guys that are tops at their position, and you got decent depth.
I give it a B- for McCole Hardman. He's not good.
Maybe this is the year McCole Hardman finally does something.
Joey meant to hit Gage. I'm just trolling. So, Gator fan, have you seen? He wants to know, how do you balance your getting your guys and still have plenty for depth? Was it Joey the other day who said the most important thing you can do in an auction is spend big early? The second most important thing you can do is spend big late.
Yeah.
That middle thing where all the non-interesting guys are going for market value, that's where you check out. You wait for the markets to fall out, and then you sit there. Like you saw, I'm a big fan of that. I sat there with $95 left for like so many rounds. Let's see how long I sat there before I got somebody else.
What I tend to do personally is I kind of have it like where I'm going to have $100 to $120 I'm going to spend. And then when I get to that $80 mark, I'm going to wait until everyone's money's below me. And I don't know how much guys I'm going to have gotten for that $120, but I will have gotten at least 2, probably 3 or 4 guys. And then I'm just going to kind of wait out to make sure everyone has less money than me. So I got my top end guys, and then I'm going to pick value spots where I can get them. Like if I see a guy that I have internal prices in my head. Evan will have his auction value chart. So like if I see like T. Higgins, I'll spend $10. Kenny Galladay, I'll spend $10 because they're guys that I think have a lot of upside for me that'll help my team, and I'll slowly go down, but I'll try to keep that. But I'm trying to keep my money above everyone else, and I'll also be nominating guys that I don't mind getting for $1 in the middle. But if someone bids up, I don't mind losing them.
And you can always, and we test this. Part of the reason why I do so many auctions is to make sure this is an always thing. You can always save money later on by waiting for the market on wide receivers to fall out. Look at this Chris Godwin for 9. That's ridiculous. The bottom will always fall out, especially this year where there's a lot better top-heavy players. Amari Cooper for 13. You know,
yeah,
so
you will get value on wide receivers, which is why we're not like spending money on wide receivers.
I spent money on wide receivers today, but I was just I don't know, screwing around.
So here's what Joey says too. Like he says 90% of money in starters, 10% on bench. I actually kind of go 85% for my starters, 15% for bench, maybe even 20, because I want that extra money because I have a lot of bench guys that I'll have targeted out. Like I want to get Michael Carter. There are the breakout guys that are going to go in the middle that I want to get, and I want to be able to price other people out. That's how I tend to attack this.
Yeah, you can see 20 to 30 is right. I went in on, I had 21 for my bench. I went in on Tracy because I know he's going to win. I think he's going to win leagues. I went on, and then I paired it with, I don't know why I spent $6 for Cooks. Oh, I was really worried about my wide receiver too. I paired it with $1 or $2 guys that are pretty boring. Naeem Hines is never going to win a league, but he's going to be a nice little bye week stash and stuff like that. And I did that with $21. So yeah, 20 to 30. Yeah, 20 is what Joey said. 30 is what Waleed said. Somewhere in there. Reliable. All right, where are we at?
We are.
3. Okay, it's going to go to 208, and then we're going to be done. So we only have about.
I have Gavin's team open because I want to see how this ends up filling out.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll have it too. Trey Lance.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is his quarterback, which honestly I don't hate. I like Ryan Fitzpatrick a lot this year. Cole Beasley is his wide receiver 2. Devin Singletary, Tariq Cohen, Cole Kmet. Is he a Bears fan or is this the auto drafted Bears fan?
Oh, he bailed.
I know he did. I'm just making a joke here. Benny Snell Jr., Trey Lance, Nelson Aguilar, Darius Slayton, Chicago Bears defense, Michael Badgley. This is the price you get if you want to get your DJ Charks, though. That's a sacrifice you have to make.
Yeah, it's fun watching the computer round out my team with $1 players when I bid 186 on Dwayne Haskins. They actually got Melvin Gordon for $1 on one of the teams. I'm looking at some of these teams. I'm like, I don't mind that team.
I kind of feel like Melvin Gordon's a little bit undervalued this year. But if I'm getting Melvin Gordon, I'm also getting Javonte Williams just to hedge my bets.
Yeah, I get Melvin Gordon for if I have a rookie-heavy bench where I'm like, I need to have a few good, solid games with somebody. All these rookies eventually find the way to blast off. And Melvin Gordon's going to be the starter the first few games. So he'll do that. But then he's going to be totally droppable by the end of the year, in my opinion. It's never scored more than, what's the most it scored? It's never scored itself more than 31 with the Dwayne Haskins 186 bid. That's the highest it's gone.
Oh, I went all the way down to 7.
What'd you do?
On my rankings, my projected stats are all the way down to 7.
Oh.
I disagree with
let's say wait till I get my time machine, y'all. When I get my time machine, you're screwed.
Chris, I disagree with this team being better than mine, honestly.
These projected stats are not the great. If you can hack them by drafting 3 quarterbacks. Just projected points. So let's see. Did anybody draft 3 quarterbacks? No. But look at the people who had 1 quarterback: Joey, Waleed, and Josh. I bet you none of them are in the top half. Yeah, Joey, Waleed.
Yeah, but I've gotten in the top half with only having with only going 1 quarterback. I almost always go 1 quarterback.
But are you thinking about the actual Fantasy Pros ratings, or are you thinking about projected stats? Because those are completely different.
That's true.
Yeah. We're waiting for the email here. I'll pull it over here so people can see it. Does that make it come up? Check OBS.
Yeah, let's see what I get graded. I have a feeling it's not going to be good.
It should pop up any second now, and you'll get one too. And you can also go to Where is it? You can go to mock draft report card here. You get that. Sometimes it pops up there first. No, let's see. Look at all these Fs. It's all me drafting 186. These D pluses are when I did it on my phone to test what Waleed said and it didn't work. F. These are all me drafting Dwayne Haskins for 186.
Someone's coming in here. It's like, why are we watching mock auction drafts where this guy's getting D's and F's?
Yeah, they're just gonna scroll to the end to see who won. It's out. Or at least it's
all
in
right.
my mock draft.
I got a B, which is better than I thought I was going to get, honestly.
It takes a while for mine to load because I have so many. Okay, let's see here. It liked my team. Oh well, who cares? I would not have given myself the grade it gave me. I would have given myself a B plus. Let's see the projected standings here.
Yeah, I'm going to the mock draft grade report card.
It says strengths, quarterback, DSTK. Those, if my team is so bad that you got to compliment my kicker, it's not an 18. I think that's just plain simple. See, they like the Freights team.
Oh, it has me ranked. Oh, you're number 1 on this.
Whatever.
You're projected for number 1. I'm projected for 4th.
You and Josh are really close.
Yeah. No, Josh had a good draft. The only criticism I have is you can't like we always say, you can't take it with you. There's no point in having all that money left over. But I understand why that happens. You just gotta. That's why we do the mock drafts. That's why we go through the process.
And this has to be
work out the kinks.
This has to be the first draft in like 10 that Joey hasn't gotten an A. I'm guessing you're an A plus. That's when I said I want to up the difficulty level. It's like what he said earlier. Going to 14 teams is like adding weights when you lift.
Yeah. You know? I'm gonna do a 10-man draft after this just to feel better about myself.
It's gonna be okay. I don't know if I can do it. I haven't done one except for the beginning when I was just calibrating what the bots were doing. But I don't know. It's so like, oh, I just want this guy, so I get him, and I have lots of money left over, so I get that guy and then that guy, and I'm in a candy store.
Yeah.
Good. I do like the advertising though. Everyone who's not in the Discord is gonna go, well, how'd it go? What's Football Absurdity Discord? Maybe I'll go hang out with them, and we'll win them over with our mirth and tenderness.
Yeah. Also with our knowledge, because let's be honest, we know what the fuck we're doing.
We kind of do. Pretty good at this.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how Jeff's going to win the Football Absurdity Experts League.
Show up and with a blindfold on.
I still have my Andy Dalton action figure from his first win.
All right, so 186. So it turns out bidding 186 on DJ Chark is not a viable auction strategy. Good times. Oh, I want to point out Gavin, Rob, Matt L, the 3 bottom guys. Well, still Gavin. Rob
I should probably forward my. How do I forward my data? Is there an easy way to do it, or just forward the email?
Just forward the email.
And then it'll link to my thing.
I don't understand the question.
Oh, like if I forward the email with my mock draft grade, is that all you do?
Yes, because that has every single result for every player listed, and I just copy and paste that into a spreadsheet that Kevin engineered, where Joey and I are amalgamating stats.
Okay, I got to find that.
You don't need to forward me this one though, because I already have this one.
No, but I did one. I think I did a 10-man yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
Or the other day. It has
to be at least like 75% humans.
I don't know if it was all humans. Now that I think about it, I thought it was mostly. But
you forwarded. I look at the team names. You can tell. I want to point out before we sign off, Rob and Matt L, the 2 bottom finishers, both bots. Team 11 was a bot. Real people up here. Bots cannot auction. Bots can mock draft. They can't auction. All right. So, are we all done? Do you have anything you want to say? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's always a blast in the chat. You got anything to add, Waleed?
No, this was good.
All right. I'm going to figure out where my kids are. All right. Bye, everybody.